Hello, how are you? God's child is here again to show you a plant. I know it has been long since I posted something. Friends, making content is not very easy, especially when we are living in a very busy world. We also need to work and find for ourselves. So that is why it has taken long since I posted something. But today I have a plant here. This one is called a snake plant. I know most of you have seen it, and most of you normally use it as a flower to beautify the environment around our homes. But apart from it being a flower and for beautification of our homes, it has got a lot of beneficial effects that we need to learn today. So this is a snake plant, and this plant has really grown. It has really grown. It is so big. It has taken some time since it was grown. That is why when you look at it, it looks huge and large. Now, snake plant, scientifically, the snake plant is called as Dracena trifasciata. That is the scientific name, but the common name is just a snake plant. And whenever you have this snake plant in your home or around your environment, then you are sure of the purification of air. Why? Because it produces oxygen at night, so you sleep peacefully as you breathe in free oxygen and quality oxygen. So it produces oxygen. There's a time we talked about a bamboo plant, and we said that a bamboo plant also has got the same effect. Bamboo plant also purifies the air. So the same thing also happens with the snake plant. It purifies the air by producing oxygen. Then in the process of producing oxygen, it helps in eliminating toxins. We have toxins like formaldehyde. We have toxins like benzene, xylene, several toxins. So it is able to remove toxins. So that is why when you have a snake plant around your home, the air you breathe in is a purified air, because apart from producing oxygen, it also eliminates toxins like the ones that I've mentioned. Then in the process of eliminating toxin and also producing oxygen, it filters the allergens. You see why you need this plant around your home? Because it gives you quality air, quality environment, quality air to breathe in. It filters the allergens, and in that it improves the air quality. So its major function is just to purify the air. That is the major function. First, by producing oxygen. Then number two, by eliminating toxins like benzene, formaldehyde, etc. Then number three, it also filters the allergens. Then because of this, it boosts the mental well-being by reducing stress. When you breathe in quality air, when you breathe in air that is free from allergens, that is free from toxins that poison our body, then there is also a high tendency of relieving stress, because the body will find it easy to work normally, because a lot of toxin has been eliminated from the environment that you live. So because of that, stress is being eliminated. And when stress, or if it is not eliminated, because we live in a stressful world and a lot of things are happening here and there, and sometimes the challenges can also bring us stress. But because of the presence of the snake plant, it reduces such kind of stress. It reduces a lot of stress, because apart from the financial and the daily living challenges, then that causes the stress, then at the same time, when we overburden the body with a lot of toxins, with a lot of dirty air, with a lot of unpurified air, we take in a lot of toxins. It boosts or increases the stress level in our body. But because of the plant, the snake plant, you plant it around your compound or in your environment where you live, then you are able to reduce the stress. You are able to reduce the stress because you will be breathing in quality air. At the same time, you will also eliminate a lot of toxins that may overburden the body, that may make the body to suffer in one way or another. So because of this, it improves mood. You know, stress can make you look mad at times. If you are so stressful and children are also doing other things, you might get mad and injure even one of them. You only regret later because of the things that you have done. So in the process, it also maintains or improves the mood. So you know, when you reduce the stress, at least the mental health is improved. And when the mental health is improved, then it means you have to think before you act on something. Because, you know, when you have children around, it is evident that in one way or another, you will be angry because of the things that they do. You know, children are always childish at times. And when you combine their childishness with the stresses of the world, the stresses of life, then it might turn out to something else. So when you have a snake plant around, it improves the air quality by giving out oxygen, and then at the same time it removes the allergens. At the same time, it also purifies the air by removing toxins like benzene, the ones that I've mentioned, and several other toxins. So in the process, stress is reduced, and when stress is reduced, then mood is also improved. And when our mood is improved, then our mental health is also boosted. Our mental well-being is also improved, is also increased in one way or another. Then it also maintains the optimal humidity. You know, in chemistry, we do learn that air is a mixture of gases, yes, and moisture is one of the gases. But there are places like deserts, it is too dry. But there is a reason as to why God allowed the environment to allow that air be a mixture of gases, to have so many gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide. There is a reason as to why that happened. So because of the snake plant around our area, the environment will be the moisture in our environment will also be increased. The environment won't be too dry, so it will maintain the optimal humidity. You know, when the air you're breathing in lacks moisture, there is a tendency of having respiratory problems like cough, dry coughs, etc. But when there is a lot of moisture in the environment, then it also reduces such kind of diseases. So the snake plant also helps in maintaining the optimal humidity levels. Now, traditionally, this plant, the snake plant, it was used to treat wounds, cuts, and boils. It is things like that. The things like boils, cuts, etc. So the sap, when you pluck the leaf, it produces a sap or a liquid. So that liquid was placed on the affected area. So it was used traditionally to treat wounds, to treat cuts, and to treat boils, etc. Then it was also used to treat fungal infections like ringworms. So it is also very beneficial in treating fungal infections, especially the ringworms. Ringworms like to affect children mostly, and I don't know whether it is airborne, but if one child has got a ringworm on the head or any part of the skin, you realize that most of the children will also be affected with the same. But when you have a snake plant, then you just apply the sap on the affected area. So it is also it was used traditionally to treat the fungal infections. Then it is also used to relieve pain in the ear, especially ear pain. I really don't know, but anything, when you have pain, either on your ear, teeth, any part of the body that is on the head, it is too painful. Sometimes you feel like the whole of the body is sick. But the snake plant is always here to relieve such kind of pain, to relieve ear pain. I don't know if you have been affected by a ear problem. You cannot even sleep. You imagine your head is being chopped off just because of the ear that is being that has been affected in one way or another. So to relieve this pain, then the sap for the snake plant can also be used in relieving ear pain. So it was traditionally used in relieving ear pain. Then it is also an antioxidant. Okay, definitely it is an antioxidant, and all those other things. But let us take caution. Snake plant is beneficial when it is used externally. It is said that it is poisonous. So it is poisonous because of the presence of the saponin. The sap that we have been mentioning, it has got saponin, and saponin is poisonous to the body or to the human body. So when you are using the snake plant, enjoy the benefits to the environment, and if you have to use it in your body, then ensure you use it externally. Don't use it internally, because of the saponin. So friends, today we have the snake plant, and God's child is here to help us learn. And if you have a plant in mind that you want us to discuss, please feel free to share. And if you have any more information that you also need us to learn from, then feel free to share. We are always ready to share. And sometimes when we get used to these chemicals, they end up affecting our kidneys. Look at the people who has been living on drugs for a very long time. They end up that their kidneys are affected. At the same time, those people suffering from cancer, it reaches a point that the doctors advise for chemotherapy. But chemotherapy, yes, it will give some relief, but there is a problem with chemotherapy. It kills both the good and the bad cells. So that is why you realize that when somebody has gone for a lot of sessions on chemotherapy, the body cannot fight anymore because of the lack of it cannot fight itself. It cannot fight even minor sicknesses and diseases like cold, etc. So it makes the person to be dependent on drugs always, because the body has, I don't know, but the body has reduced its activity. The good and the bad cells has been killed, and so it cannot fight for itself. The immunity, that is the word I was looking for. The immunity has been reduced. So the more you go for those chemotherapy, the more your body becomes weak, the more the body cannot fight for itself. if you are a person that, rarely take drugs, you find that there's so many diseases that they just come and go, because when the body realizes that something is wrong, it corrects itself, because your immunity is high. And when you take a lot of greens, a lot of natural things as your food, they become your medication, and they help build on your cells. So it finds that you find out that the body becomes strong, and you have a very strong immunity. And there are some diseases like headaches that just come. You just find yourself drinking water and you're just fine. Or there are some diseases like cold, they come, but within no minute they just disappear. Why? Because this immunity of the body is still strong, and it is able to fight for itself. But when you depend so much on these drugs, I don't say that you don't go to the hospital. Hospitals are good, and whenever we are sick, we need to seek the doctor's intervention. So, sorry. Now, when you get used to these drugs, you become addicted, and most of the medication we get, they don't heal us. They only suppress the diseases in our body. But the natural products, you find that when they heal. And when you use them, it only kills the bad cells. It only kills the bad microorganisms. The good ones remains intact. So you find that your body is still safe. But the more you take these drugs, the more years you live with them, you find that your body becomes weak. And some of the people has ended up with kidney problems because of these diseases, because the kidney also finds it difficult to eliminate such, because the more you are taking in poisons, the kidney find it's very difficult to eliminate those poisons when they are now too much. So that is why sometimes it is good to embrace the natural medication. So if you just know their benefits and how to use them, then it can save you from using a lot of finance. It can save you from a lot of problems. But when it reaches a point that it cannot help anymore, then you need to seek the doctor's attention for further advice. So that is why it is good to learn these natural products. It helps because it makes some of us to take a lot of time before we visit the hospitals. It protects our body. It gives us good health. Apart from treating, it boosts our immunity. It gives us the vitamins we need. It helps in several ways. So it is a medicine. At the same time, it is also food in our body. So let us embrace the natural things. God gave us nature free of charge, and the only thing we need to do is to learn the benefits of this nature. And when we learn them and know how to use them at what particular moment, then I think we'll be free from all these problems that are affecting us in day-to-day life. Otherwise, thank you, friends. It is a wonderful day that we have today. Today we have a snake plant. And please tell a friend, subscribe, share, like, comment, invite friends, please, and let us learn. I believe we also have other plants that we can learn from. If you have a plant, please come into contact with me and let us share so that we learn more about nature. Thank you, friends, and may God bless you.